Hello students, today I am going to discuss the chapter of economics, chapter number 1. The chapter number 1 is development. As you know that economics is a subject which deals with money and money related matters. As you have already studied the economics subject in 9th class, so there will be no difficulty if you study this subject in this class. The first chapter relates to the development. That word development in different way we mean it growth, because today is the first day for this subject, so I will explain this chapter in brief. In the next video you will find my video in lengthy. You will get 1 week time. During this time, please go through the chapter of NCERT book. If you read that chapter meticulously at least 2 to 3 times, you will be in a position to understand the economic terms clearly. So today I am trying to explain some terms. These terms are more or less important from this chapter point of view. The first term is development. Development means some people understand it as growth. Development is defined in different ways. For some people, development means getting more income. For some people, it may mean equal treatment. For some people, it may be freedom, security, respect from others. In total, you can say that the term development differs from person to person. Next one is income and other goals. If you see the income of a person who is getting some income, with that income that person can buy any things, any goods or services. Whatever the income a person gets or earns, the ultimate aim of earning that income is to fulfill some goals. In broader term, we can say that national development. National development refers to the ability of a nation to improve the lives of its inhabitants, citizens. Suppose the life of citizens of any country is good, then we can say that that country is developed. For example, you think about America, Saudi Arabia, any Gulf country. There the people are getting a lot of income. With that income, their lifestyles are very much improved. If you compare the lifestyles with other different countries who are poor in the world. Average income. Average income means how much money a person earn in a year in a particular area. Next term is infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate, this term was already explained in 9th class in economics. Once again, I am explaining this term, infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate means the number of deaths under 1 year of age occurring among the live births in given geographical area during a given year. It means that, in other words, you can say from the birth, how many children can survive within 1 year, how many child die, that is called infant mortality rate. Next term is literacy rate. Literacy rate already explained in 9th class. Once again, I am explaining it. Literacy rate is the total percentage of population of any particular area at a particular time who are literate. It means that the person who is literate means the person is in a position to read, write and understand the writing part. Those persons are known as literate person. Net attendance ratio. This term is related to the schooling. In our country, due to poverty, many children get admission into the school, but after spending some time, they leave the school. It means that how many children remain in their school in attending the classes from the date of admission into the school. That is called net attendance ratio. Net attendance ratio is very much important if we talk about the schools who are in government sector. There this term is very important. Governments keep watching the students' involvement in education, how many students are getting education. They calculate this point from the net attendance ratio. Next is public facilities. As you know that a lot of facilities we are enjoying in our daily life. All facilities are being provided by government. Their basic purpose is to fulfill, to satisfy our needs. The needs to be in collective sense. It means that suppose the government has constructed a road, but it is never written on any point that any particular person is only able to use that road. This term is never included in our constitution, in our laws. It means that whenever any public facilities are provided by the government, every person, all public are allowed to use that facilities for school. For example, hospitals, schools, community centers, parks, bridges, roads, dams, powerhouses, etc. Any person can use that facility without any hindrance. Next is Human Development Index. Human Development Index. Human Development Index is a composite statistic of life expectancy, education and per capita indicators, which are used to rank the countries in 4 tiers of human development. Human development, in other words, in simple language, you can understand that in any particular country, how the citizens are developed are totally calculated on 3 terms. First is life expectancy, second is education, and third is per capita income. I am explaining this point in detail. For example, life expectancy, it means that how many years a common people survive in a particular country, that is called life expectancy. In our country, upon passage of time, the life expectancy has been increased, and at present it is about 67 years. It means that a normal people can survive up to 67 years. It was also a period in our history that when the persons died in early their lives. Next is education. What number of people are educated, that is also one of the criteria to assess the human development. Next is per capita income. Per capita income means per person income. How money a person owns, that is calculated. Suppose the person earns a lot of money, it means that the development will come early in their life. But suppose the person is not getting much income, their per capita income is low, then it can easily be estimated that their life will not be up to the satisfactory level, up to the satisfaction. Therefore, these terms are very important to assess the human development of any country. I hope you will hear this video again and again and try to understand the concepts that I have just explained in this video. If you go through the pages of the first chapter of economics, you will find all these terms in greater detail. Because today is the first day, for economics. Therefore I am not taking much time. This video is about 10 minutes, so try to devote 10 minutes to my video. And one more thing, you read the NCERT book of first chapter. Economics is very much interesting subject in my view, so please pay attention towards my video and read the book meticulously. Thank you. Thanks for watching.